Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to yet another episode of the Pure Digital Passion podcast with Moses Kemibaro. Today, my guests are from ABSA and Samsung, and we're here to discuss the future of foldables and flip phones, as well as financing from ABSA for these Samsung devices. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I have in the studio today two representatives who will introduce themselves, starting off with you.
Good morning, listeners. My name is Rehema Kamau from Samsung Electronics. I am a product marketing manager. So basically, what that means, I am in charge of product lineup and product roadmap, and this is specifically for mobile phones. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Rehema.
Thank
And
you.
you'd like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. My name is Linda Kimani. I work for ABSA Kenya within the retail and business banking, managing card payments for the business.
So I'd like to start off with you, Rehema, from Samsung, where I think exciting news, exciting developments this month. Samsung has been the innovator behind the global trend today that is folds and flip phones.
Yes.
And we're here today to talk about, the latest generation of your devices that you're launching into the Kenyan market. So maybe you can take us from there and tell us what it is that's so exciting and interesting about these new devices.
Oh, of course. So yeah, you're right. So Samsung, as you know, technology leader when it comes to innovation. So we recently launched our flagship phone, which is the foldable editions. So we did what we call Unpacked. Unpacked is really just unveiling what we are launching into the market, and this happened on the 26th of July. So we launched two mobile phones, top of the range, premium phones, that what we call the Z Fold and the Z Flip. And this is the fifth generation of these phones that we've actually launched. So we've been at it for the past 4 years, perfecting it, ensuring that we're giving the best into the market. And this is what we officially unpacked on the 26th of July. And that now led into what we are currently running, which is giving customers the first opportunity to hold these phones into their hands and experience them through a pre-order that we are currently running. And the phones will officially be in the market in the next 1 week or so.
What is it about the folds and the flips? I mean, you literally, as Samsung, created the category. And I think many initially were very skeptical about them. We know now that they're quite common. We see competing brands also, creating similar devices. What is it that made Samsung do this? What are the origins behind this idea?
Yeah. So I think the idea of foldables is not new, if you think about it, because we did have flip phones a long time ago in the mind. Actually, Samsung was one of those
the old school ones.
old school ones, that used to flip. So the needs of the customers is constantly changing in terms of what customers are looking for in their phone. So customers want, of course, your phone is nowadays is actually a tool of trade. It's not just a tool for communication. So the reintroduction now on the foldables through our smartphones, the Z Fold 4 years ago, was about enhancing that customer experience in terms of what customers can do on their phone. So we enhanced a lot of things on the phone in terms of enabling you to do your multitasking on your phone. It's a hype. Actually, our phones are now, we use them hybrid for work, for your social life, So how do we bring that together through our smartphone? And that's where the introduction of this, the creation of this category came up, because we want to continue enhancing your lifestyle. So there's a lot of things that you can do on your phone. And now if you look at the Z Fold, it's like a PC. Yeah, you don't have to have so many gadgets that you're carrying. Just that one phone will enable you to do so many things. So the customer need is actually what drove the innovation and continues to drive our innovation. For the past 5 years that we've been perfecting this, we actually listen to the voice of the customer and continue perfecting it. So this was really driven by customer needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I'm using the Fold 4, as you can see.
Yes.
And I've had this, I think, for about a month, and it's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. I can't believe you actually made a better one. But more importantly, you're right. I think it changes the way you work, the way you live. I find myself not carrying my laptop as much when I have it.
Yes.
And really, it's solving both my business needs and my personal needs, not to mention my children have completely fallen in love with it. So I do get that. So we'll come back to you, Linda, from ABSA. And I think it's very exciting times. You've launched your new card-based buy now, pay later offering. I believe it's called Buy Now Lipa Pole
Lipa
Pole,
Pole Pole.
which in Kiswahili, for those of who might be listening, means pay slowly.
Yes.
And I'd just like to understand the partnership and the reasons and the motivations behind ABSA working with Samsung to bring these opportunities to purchase these amazing devices for the Kenyan consumers.
Yeah, thanks, Moses. In fact, I was just even, as you listen to Rehema, actually the phone has moved from being functional to lifestyle. I mean, everyone is doing, you pay from your phone, it's not just a communication device, your lifestyle, your social networks, you actually socialize on the phone and everything. So for us, I think we've looked at how do we enable our customers to be able to actually want to own that phone, because it's become like everything. You want to do, you're almost living on your phone. And sometimes, everyone wants the slickest, newest phone that is available in the market. And, sometimes you're wondering, so how do I get hold of that? And that's where we come in. And what we've done with Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole is actually to embed financing on the back of a digital platform. I know we're asking what is it that it's different about the ABSA Buy Now Pay Later from other propositions that have been there in the market. The thing about it is, when you look from where we've come from in the last 3 years, there's been quite a bit of acceleration on innovation around the payment space. And it's just to see how do we make it seamless for a customer to be able to actually buy an item and to be able to even access financing around it instantly. And that's what we've actually facilitated for our customers on instantly, as in you buy your Samsung phone, and you're able to actually now convert it into payments of a short period of time. So we're trying to see how do we give our customers a little bit of value on their shilling and to be able to afford, their dream phone and be able to pay and own one and pay it over a period of time. And also even pay it at a much cheaper rate than ordinarily if they were actually to get financing even elsewhere. So that is what ABSA Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole is all about. It is a very simple proposition to actually, interact with. We've embedded it on our mobile banking platform. So you just go, purchase an item, whether it's on an e-commerce platform or physically in an outlet, and then you go onto your application and pick that transaction and just convert it into...
It happens seamlessly in the mobile app.
Seamlessly on your mobile. And then what you'll just do is you'll just get, every time you just get a monthly repayment notification to pay it in, the based on the tenor that you've actually staggered it across. And it's quite versatile, because even as you go even into your mobile app, it will even, flip it for you to tell you, by the way, did you know this purchase item qualifies for a Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole? So it triggers it through an SMS, and also even on your mobile app. You'll see all those transactions which are eligible for the Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole. And Samsung actually now fits into that category, and the reason why we've partnered with Samsung. And Samsung, because of their drive on innovation, which is also something as ABSA we are trying to see how do we empower our customers and make their life better through technology and innovation as they consume our products from a payments perspective. And we've had, I think, a long partnership with Samsung for a long time. It's something also our customers look forward for, to see what's new that's come up with Samsung that we can also be able to extend to them as a benefit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, Rehema, I see you came with the lovely Z Flip 5 and the Fold 5 as well. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about this latest generation of, for lack of better words, sexy devices.
Yeah, of course. I think that is actually the word. So Z Flip 5, Z Fold 5, as you can see, very sleek, very slim, very portable. One of the things that we're actually really talking about when we talk about this particular phone is how portable we are with this particular phone. Because when we look at, when, on the go, you want something that really enhances your lifestyle, as we said it. So the new Z Flip has been really developed and innovated with the customer in mind, on how we continue dominating in that particular space. So the new generation phones. So what's new? Of course, we've brought for you a more powerful phone. In terms of the technology behind it, the processor that we're using. This is Snapdragon Generation 2 for those who are technical. So it's a very powerful phone for gamers, especially. I know they're nowadays, as I said, the phone is used for everything. So for customers who are into gaming, for the Z Flip, this is one of the gadgets that would allow you to do that. It has an expansive screen. So if open up the screen, this gives you a 7.6-inch screen. So we are not just talking about a phone, we're actually almost talking about a tablet that you can,
absolutely.
You can do a lot of things on this particular screen. Once you fold it, then you've got your lovely pocketable phone. So we've enhanced the technology. One of the things actually customers are very worried about is how, when you break your screen, how fragile your phone is. So one thing that we're really guaranteeing our customers with this new generation phones is the durability. We're actually really telling you that these phones, we are guaranteeing you that for next 5 years or so, because we give security updates and OS updates up to 5 years.
5 years. Wow.
So you're able. That is how we believe in our products. That's how we are confident in the technology and our innovation. So we've used technology to ensure that the front screen is durable, the back screen is aluminium, and it's very durable. In fact, in terms of usage, and we even go a step further to enhance that. We know our technology is good, but we are also providing something called Samsung Care Plus, which is a product that is available to all customers who buy Samsung products. So Samsung Care Plus really is, we give you 1 year screen protection. In case of any accidental damage, Samsung will repair your screen for free. And that's why we're telling customers, go to, this particular Samsung dealer stores and buy, because for us, we'll be able to guarantee you that. And last but not least is the pocketability, how we've enhanced it. There's, zero gap on these particular phones. If you see, so it gives you that comfort, fits perfectly into your hand. You can do lots of things around it. And for the Flip, if we were to look at the Flip, one of the things that we've really changed is, if you've noticed, we've got 2 screens. So you've got this 3.9-inch screen, and when you open up the phone, you've got your 6.7-inch screen. So you can actually use both screens to do most of your activities without having to open the phone. So then it's packed with lots of goodies in terms of what is enhanced on this particular phone. And as I said, it's 5th generation, so we've perfected it over the years to ensure that whatever we're giving customers works. And just to chip into what Linan was saying about our partnership. One of the drivers of working with like-minded partners like ABSA is to really create affordability for these particular phones, because, as we said, the phones are not just about tool of communication. It's a lifestyle. It's your work.
Enables.
It is. And the premium segment of these smartphones, we've seen this growth. For the last year, we've seen almost 2 times growth in terms of smartphone uptake. And when we talk of flagship, and we're talking about now the premium is the phones that are over $1,000. So customers are really going for this. We know times are hard right now with the economy. So how do we then make sure we are bringing these particular phones to customers at an affordable option? And that's why we have partners like ABSA to ensure that you're able to acquire these devices at an affordable rate, at a rate that you're able to, comfortably pay for and enjoy whatever products that we're launching in the market.
I'll come back to you for a few more details on these new devices. Coming back again to you, I'm thinking about the whole BNPL space, buy now, pay later. ABSA has launched this recently into the market. It's something that globally has been, I think, trending for a few years. And I'm feeling like asking you the question, why now? What has made ABSA wake up to this moment to meet the consumer needs with this proposition?
Actually, it's driven out of insights from, speaking to our customers on how can we enable them and facilitate them to be able to actually, get financing on some of these items. And what was interesting when we look at some of these insights, you'd ordinarily think that this phone would appeal more to the higher end or affluent, kind of customer. The interesting thing about it is that we find a lot of young entrepreneurs, I don't know whether you call them millennials, your content creators, because this phone is actually, that's their working gadget,
Yeah.
because they are the YouTubers of today, the Facebookers of today, Instagram, they're doing amazing content creation. And you find they might not have, the capital at that particular time to actually buy it, but you see the need and the impact it has to them, because even when they flash it, they actually even sort of, a lot of them are role models to other their fellow colleagues. You find everybody wants to own it, but how can I own it? And that's where we come in to bridge actually that gap. And we find also there's also the affluent customer, your premium customer, who's looking at it from an aspirational perspective, because it's something different. Even when you actually, are using it, a lot of these customers use a lot of sophisticated applications they can actually be able to embed onto this phone. They are CEOs of this company. I can be able to even monitor what's happening in the office, even if I'm somewhere remotely. So it's functional, but also, very, aspirational to that extent. And we come to enable, our customers, because we're not just about providing financial services. It's about providing lifestyle. So we've gone beyond banking. And that's what ABSA Buy Now Pay Later comes to actually facilitate and empower customers.
Absolutely. So it's really about making things possible.
Yes, it's about making things possible.
And not just transactional relationships.
No, it's not. Yeah, and I think banking has evolved. And the thing about it, post-COVID, I think also it's changed on how we engage with our customers, how do we deliver our propositions. And you find the world has actually changed. People are doing whatever used to happen in the physical world has now transformed into the non-face-to-face world. In fact, you find today, when you look at transactions, the proportion of transactions happening on physical versus what do you call brick and mortar versus e-commerce and online platform is now 50 to 50%.
Wow.
It's transformed post-COVID. And I guess sometimes there's something that came out of it. Completely transformed how people do transact, completely transformed how we interact with each other, completely transformed. And you find there's a lot of, even fintechs are coming up very aggressively to try and build business model around digital platforms. And we are partnering with them. And the same reason now we've come to partner with Samsung to see how do we avail phones that people can actually use to do amazing things out there.
Yeah. Maybe if I can just add on to something I've picked up from the conversation there is about making it possible. It's also about inclusivity.
True.
Because one of the things is customers are they're aspirational. These gadgets,
they are.
smartphones are actually aspirational, and we're not just talking about premium phones. It could even be the entry level smartphones.
Yes.
There are people who aspire to have them, but they can't afford it. So how do we bring that inclusivity? And inclusivity can only be done through creating an affordable platform. Yeah. So yes, today we could be talking about the premium phones, but even with ABSA, we're looking at how we can then include even the entry level phones, because in our retail store, yes, we do have programs that we can enable to bring that inclusivity. In Kenya, we still have customers who are still on the 2G kind of models, phones. So how do we ensure that they're now on smartphones? Because smartphones are actually empowering lives. Yeah, people are transacting business. People are, our day-to-day, I don't know it's the word to use, but even the hustlers, every day.
It's a business tool.
It's a business tool. So how do we ensure that no one is being left behind? And we can only do that through inclusivity. And how do we do inclusivity? Through making these products affordable. So that's why it is important to continue enhancing our partnerships through financial options that customers can be able to afford this.
Yeah, in fact, for me, I'm really excited when I look at the entire spectrum of Samsung products, especially the mobile devices. I think you have something called the F22, the one that's an affordable 5G capable smartphone.
Yes.
And you can imagine right now, most smartphones that do 5G are sort of at a price range typically
Exactly.
that's beyond the reach of most
Yeah.
Kenyans.
Exactly.
But if you wanted a brand new state of the art 5G device, I think for under 20,000 shillings approximately, you can get, I think, the F22.
Yes.
So it'd be good to see also ABSA expanding the scope to some of the other sort of more 180 price devices as well in time.
Yeah, and we have capacity to actually do that because those are our customers.
Yes.
And we want, a diversity and a range where we can be able to extend to every customer that we have today, because it's our responsibility also to enable them to be able to own, those gadgets. The thing about BNPL is, traditionally it was actually done by the outlets, but of course it has limitations because of capital financing and, the structures around managing that debt, which is the primary core work of, the banks. But even the banks now, we've perfected it where we come in and we say, how do we also innovate around that space to be able to scale?
Yes.
And also even be able to work with as many partners as possible, like Samsung, and reach even a wider audience, but also even the user experience around using those propositions. It's a phone, so even our applications are on the phones.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So coming back again to you, Rehema, I think I'd like to understand a little bit more about the future of smartphones from the lens or the perspective of Samsung, and how do folds and flips fit into that?
Yeah. So the future for us, what we're looking at is actually looking beyond the phone and creating what we call a connected experience. So, Samsung, we range, or we have a whole array of products that we have out there in the market. So through the smartphone, how can we then bring this ecosystem together? That is actually our goal. In the next few years, we want to create a whole connected experience to our customers. One, it's about enhancing the customer experience and ensuring that, your phone talks to your smartwatch, it talks to your TV, talks to your washing machine, talks to, this whole, what we have as a Samsung products to ensure that they are talking together and they're working together and giving customers a seamless experience. So that is our future, and that's what we're looking for. The Z Fold, the Z Flip, right now the connected experience, they can work with your TV if you have a Samsung TV. So you can cast whatever you're using on your phone, you can cast it on your TV, on your laptop, on your tablets. You've got your watch, you've got your buds. So that whole experience is what we want to enhance as a future for Samsung, because one of the key things is that for us to continue walking the journey with our customers, because right now the customer is actually dictating, what innovation is happening, and what, as much as we are leading the innovation, we are constantly listening to the VOC, the voice of the customer. What is the customer saying? The customer does not want interruption. I want to be, when I'm from the office, continuously, I can continue with my work on your, your Z Fold. You can then get home and continue it on your laptop or on your machine. So that voice of the customer is driving our future, and we will continue doing that, creating that seamless experience for our customers.
Fantastic.
So
coming back again to ABSA, your BNPL option, Lipa Pole Pole, purchasing these devices really becomes much more accessible for the consumer.
Yes, correct.
And again, this is a card-based driven, experience. So I'm just trying to understand, maybe how does ABSA make sure there's security, there's convenience, and all the benefits that this mode of delivering this service is made possible through your offerings?
Yeah. So right now the BNPL is on a card proposition, and of course, generally card transactions are pretty secure. We also mitigate around a lot of risks around fraud, around buyer protection, and I don't know, customers maybe the thing, some of the benefits you might not get on if you're using cash to buy that time, because we're also giving guarantees on these gadgets because of the high value. So that also gives confidence to our customers to also want to, purchase, a lot of the high value items using our propositions. We are trying to ensure that it's also open even to every customer who is there, depending on whatever disposable income that they have, and seeing how we can enable them to be able to afford it. So it's not just about affluence, and also giving the customer that choice. So today, if you actually want to access the facility, it's available for any customer today who has an ABSA card, but also even for a customer who doesn't have an ABSA card, they just need to just come and apply. Within 24 hours, we've underscored you for a limit on that card, and you're able to get your card and start transacting. It's as simple as that. Once you transact, you can easily just convert your purchase item from Samsung when you buy your flip phone into a buy now, pay later between 3 months, 6 months, whatever is affordable for you. And especially right now where everyone is just trying to get a little bit more value on your shilling, it becomes really relevant because I guess people are really stretched with, the high inflation around even other things that they need to meet on their everyday spend. So then this comes in to really be able to say, look here, we can actually be able to make you afford these gadgets. And the thing about buy now, pay later, so today we are offering it on the back of a card, but the future innovation that and capabilities we're looking at is to expand it to even include other forms of payments so that we can even be able to cover a wide spectrum of customers, depending on whichever channel that they use from a payments perspective. So it doesn't have to really just be confined on a card payment proposition.
So you could expand to some of the other platforms, Timiza, the likes, down the road.
Yes, down
Exactly.
the road,
Wow.
yeah.
So coming back to you, Rehema,
Yeah.
there's something we've not discussed.
Yes.
The phones. We want to know a little bit more about the pre-order options, the pricing. Tell us a little bit more about those things.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. So as I said, we did Unpacked on the 26th of July. So that means, just telling the whole world we have this exciting product that will be launched soon. And during the pre-order, pre-order, what that really means, it just means we are giving you an opportunity to be the first in the market with this product. Yeah. And being the product in this market, it comes with advantages because there are certain incentives that we offer during the pre-order period. So for now, for the Z Flip, which is currently retailing, will be retailing at about 325,000 Kenya shillings, you get a Watch 5. A Watch 5 is basically actually what I'm actually wearing.
Okay,
Yeah.
smartwatch,
So it's a smartwatch. So it's seamless connectivity with your phone, lots of things that you can do there on your watch. So for this, we are pairing it with the Z Fold, and you get the Watch 5 for absolutely free. The watch actually retails at 50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a good saving that you're making there if you pre-order these particular products now. Our pre-order is running from the 26th of July to the 24th of August. So you have a week to go for you to actually enjoy these exclusive deals. So for the Z Flip, which is retailing about 100, we'll be retailing for about 195,000. We are pairing it with buds. So buds are your what are these called?
The wireless.
The
headphone.
wireless,
Yes.
wireless earphones that you can again seamlessly connect with your phone. They retail to about 30,000, but for now we will give you free of charge with the buds, with the Fold. And that's not just about it, because with Samsung, we need to guarantee customers. As I said, it's not just selling phones, yeah? And because there's something really key for Samsung, which is sustainability. And part of our sustainability efforts is around also ensuring we are giving you durable phones. It's not just buying a phone today and then next month or a year down the line, you need another phone. So we are guaranteeing this phone. First of all, we give you 24 months warranty for any, software issues or issues with the phone. Within 24 months, we'll be able to repair those phones for you. Again, we have free screen protection. That is what we call the Samsung Care Plus, where you get one free screen protection. For anyone who's broken their screen, you will understand the value of having screen protection
been there
because it's
before.
painful.
Especially if it's
With children.
300,000.
Yes, it is actually very expensive to repair a screen.
Yeah.
So we're actually giving you that comfort, knowing that, with a Samsung genuine product, then, you're protected from that. And there are other things as well in terms of our sustainability efforts, is we also have a partnership with one of our trading partners, because what we want to do is for you to buy this phone, because we have lots of phones. You might find you have old gadgets in your house and you don't know what to do with them. So we do have partners who you can trade in your phone. Bring in your phone, trade it in, get an X value to be valued in terms of what
That's good.
the year of manufacture. There's certain parameters that they look at. Once your phone is valued, you get your buyback price, and you're able to exchange for these particular phones. And what we've done to make it even more easier for customers, if you trade in your old device, like you said, you're using a Fold 4. I want to convert it to the Fold 5
Yes.
because I'm happy you're on the Fold.
I'm ready and willing.
If you're to trade in your Fold 4 valued, if you're buying for Fold 5, we will top up for you an extra 28,000. So
Wow.
we'll actually save you. We'll give you a discount of 28,000 if you're trading in to buy this. But this is, again, exclusive to the pre-order period. So you really have to make sure that you're within that bracket. So even for ABSA customers, this is something we're extending to them, that they can trade in their old devices. For the Fold, we'll give you a
amazing.
discount of 28,000, and for the Flip, we'll give you a discount of 14,000. So you're able, again, creating that affordability. Just as we were saying, it's not just for the affluent, they are aspiring customers. It's about enhancing your life. And even for Gen Z,
Gen Z, I tell
the
you.
content creators, there's a lot of content creation. This is the tool to have, and we want to make it as affordable and easier for the customers.
So Rehema, I can even trade in my tablet right now and get a...
Right now, for the tablets, the different conversation, but for your smartphone.
And I buy it on ABSA
Of course.
Buy Now Lipa Pole
Even
Pole.
for the tablets, of course. And again, also just to mention, because she's brought up tablets.
Yes.
We actually launched our new tablets.
Oh,
this
those
is the
are
tablet
amazing.
S9. So these, again, are premium tablets. So these are actually available. And of course, they'll be available on Lipa Pole Pole as well. So we've got new tablets that are in the market. And again, connected experience. You can have a seamless experience from your phone to your tablet to your TV, and now we're even going ahead, even your washing machine, there's a way you can communicate with it.
No
you
way.
can start your washer from your phone.
So it's a smart home
about
experience.
That is
It's a smartphone.
It's a smart thing we're doing. It's called actually a smart home. So you're able to do all these things. So we have tablets that we've launched, and even we've launched a new watch, the Watch 6. So and now it's customers are now very health conscious.
Yes.
So we really the products that now for the watches, it's really about enhancing and monitoring your health. So there are lots of things you can do. You can monitor your sleep. How well are you sleeping? I don't know how many of us really look at that. How many hours of sleep you're getting, or the quality of sleep. So the watch is able to monitor that for you, among many other things that you're able to do. So really, it's about the lifestyle of a customer.
Wow.
When we sent out because we've actually been, pushing out, the pre-order, and we're getting very good reviews from customers, and interesting, very interest from, segments you'd not even actually think they'd want the gadget. But initially, maybe they would think, oh no, that's too... It's not within my league. But now when you come in with the financing bit, the after-sale service, the guarantees, and even we should even look at insuring the gadgets even for a long term. Then everyone wants to, have a shot at it, because we are financing an aspiration also. Yeah.
And even on if we look at even now, not even the top of range models, if we look at the mass segment, we're seeing financing options, or what we call for us, the term we use is EIP, like it's a program, installment program. It's actually now we're seeing the reverse the installment program is overtaking cash sales.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Yes,
there's more,
it is.
even on the mass segment,
Yeah,
people
it
are
is.
now opting for Lipa Pole Pole options for their gadgets because
Wow.
it
And
has,
it's because those options weren't available to that segment, but it's a huge opportunity because everybody can afford something
yeah.
within the income range or the cash flows that they have, to be able to repay slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always something for everyone.
Yeah.
With when you embed it with a financing proposition. And the thing is also, retailers have found that actually for me to be able to expand my sales and to scale the customers I can target, you need to partner also with banks or who are actually offering financing around gadgets and retail items to be able to enable and open a whole new market. So and that's why you find even the way we launched our ABSA Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole, it's very partner led. So we want the partner to take the lead, so you get the attention of the customers because that's the motivation. Then we come in and enable, not the other way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming back again to you, Linda, I imagine for many Kenyans, the whole BNPL concept is new and
Yes.
fresh. And of course, with the high ticket items like these Samsung devices, are there any tips or pointers you would give to those customers who might be considering this option from ABSA?
Yeah. So Buy Now Lipa Pole Pole is not for people who have the money. It's for everyone. And the reason why we are offering small repayments over time, and we allow you to structure to what you can afford. Whether it's 2,000 shillings that you can afford to pay per month, you'll be able to participate on that product. Whether it's 5 shillings you can afford, 5,000 shillings you can afford, whether it's 10,000 shillings. So it caters for all, across different segments and spectrum of customers within, anyone who is economically active can actually be able to access the product. We even have youth. Today youth are entrepreneurs. They're the content creators. They're the
hustlers.
influencers. They're the hustlers. They can also take up the product, and you find even it's just a whole big economy there that people have not realized. Do you know actually they earn more than somebody actually who has a formal job, earning a salary even in a bank? They're very economically active. So they're actually a target market even for this proposition. And for them, there's a higher motivation because it's about lifestyle. They're pushing lifestyle. So this gadget makes more sense for them because it's their working tool. Yeah, it's what they use to also socialize. It's what they use to actually do everything. It's like their home actually. So today we are not saying it's on the upper spectrum of the affluent customers. Everybody who is economically active can actually access the product.
Great.
Yeah.
So Rehema, tell me more about Samsung and maybe around the Kenyan market. How are you sort of tuning and developing your products to specifically address the needs of the Kenyan consumer?
Yeah. I think thanks for that question. One of the things that Samsung is doing, and I think I'd mentioned this earlier, is yes, we've identified that smartphones is about inclusivity, and it's about changing and enabling the Kenyan people, and that's why we want to have as many customers as possible on the smartphone. And it doesn't matter which price range it is. It could be the mass entry, it could be the flagship, just making sure that as a Kenyan, then they are able to afford this Samsung product. And we continue doing through lots of partnerships that we have. That's why we have, financial inclusivity with like-minded partners like ABSA. We then have partnerships with operators to ensure, because, the operators are driving the agenda around migrating customers from old feature phones to
the
like
mobile
this,
networks,
the mobile network.
And of course, now with the investments in 5G.
Exactly. There's
Yes,
investments in 5G. And previously, 5G is seen like this, this thing that, just operator talks about, and the phones that we talk about 5G at the top of the range. So we've actually even brought it lower in terms of the entry phones that are 5G enabled, and there are lots of things that people can do with the 5G in terms of the speeds around the phones. Doctors, the doctors from who are doing in far-flung counties, they're using their phones,
Yeah, it's true.
as part of diagnosis and all this. And so we're enabling such kind of things through these partnerships with operators. So we continue with the strategic partnerships, and again about sustainability, ensuring that keeping the environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Environmental impact.
environmental impact through ensuring things like when we bring things like trading, ensuring things in terms of the environment, that we are preserving the environment and not polluting. One of the things that customers get shocked about when they open a Samsung unboxing your product, the only thing you will find there apart from the phone is a cable. There's
Yes.
no charger, there's no earphones, there's no, that is it's deliberate. It's about our sustainability efforts because of plastic pollution. Yeah. So you find there are lots of chargers. Even, I don't know, think about your
Yes,
house.
actually, you're
How
right.
many chargers do you have lying around there for phones that you stopped using 3-4
Yeah,
years
it's
ago?
true.
Yeah.
You've got these earphones that are just somewhere in the house, but no one is using. So we realized that there's a lot of waste around this product. So we've tried to minimize even that's what's in the box, so that we continue preserving the environment. And also even the box itself that we're using is actually green in terms of recyclable material. So the materials even used for making these phones is recyclable. So we use ocean plastic on the phones, and it's internal parts and also external parts. We're using recyclable material. It's one of the first in terms of sustainability. Samsung is top of mind to ensure that. So yes, there's a lot we are doing for this Kenyan market in terms of for the customer. Of course, the inclusivity, making sure that we actually call it Galaxy for the Planet. Yeah, because we want to make sure that it's not just a phone we are selling to you. Yes, profit comes, but it's at the bottom of the pile in terms of what we're looking at. It's empowering the Kenyan people through our gadgets, and we continue doing that through continuous strategic partnerships, and even future innovations. We'll continue doing that.
Fantastic.
And also even trading in also is part of that
It is part
sustainability
of
agenda.
it,
Yeah.
yes, because
Because what do you do when once you get a new gadget, you actually just you do away with the old one, but it can actually be able to you can actually trade it in and get a new one, and that one can be refurbished and used.
Because that's what
for somebody
happens.
who needs
so
it.
some of these trading devices are refurbished, and
Yes.
because there's some that are still in very good condition.
Correct. Yeah.
So they're just refurbished, and of course some will resell them. But also as Samsung, we also have we
recycle them.
Yes, we have we get into partnerships with companies that are able to take in this waste, so that we don't pollute the environment. So there's a lot that we are looking forward to do in this particular market.
Great. So maybe you can just reaffirm again the pre-order period.
Yes.
Just give us those details again.
So for the pre-order again, I would really urge our customers out there to really take advantage of the pre-order period, because it's crunch time right now, and actually what we've seen is that the last few weeks is when there's like a rush in terms of because we've been doing a lot of communication. At least now the globally the information is out there, so there's a lot of positive feedback for these devices in the market. For those who've interacted with them, I'm sure there's a lot of positive feedback in terms of the quality of the product. So what I would add customers is to make sure that they're out there in the next 1 week getting your pre-order, which ends.
And the cutoff date is
the 24th of August.
Okay.
So we just have a few days to go. 24th of August, you get a free watch 5, and you get free buds when you pre-order these particular devices with us. So take advantage of ABSA Lipa Pole Pole, because we are in partnership with them. We have a lot of our dealers and partners out there, so you can get these phones. You can pre-order in any authorized Samsung dealer store.
Great.
Yeah, and this is countrywide. So, and of course, we do have online platforms where you're
Absolutely.
able to, at the comfort of your home, you're able to order the devices.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Even for any customer who wants, to take advantage, you just need to walk to an ABSA branch, apply for a card, and then it will be scored. And then they can actually now be able to own, a Z Flap Samsung phone.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Linda. Rehema, it's been a
Yes.
pleasure.
Thank you,
And we're
Moses.
delighted to hear all about these wonderful gadgets and, of course, ABSA
Yes.
being the enabler in terms of
Yeah.
financing and making this possible for everyone in the country.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you for joining us for yet another edition of the Pure Digital Passion Podcast with Moses Kemibaro. We'll catch you in the next one.